Hi, I'm Melissa from Northline Express, and I'm here to talk to you about step 1 in our 4-step process to ultimate mosquito control. Step 1 is going to be the most important step in our 4-step process because this is actually going to eliminate the mosquito larvae before they ever have the chance to become biting, pesky adult mosquitoes. It's way easier to kill 1,000 mosquito larvae than it is to kill 1,000 adult mosquitoes. So let's get started by talking about some of the areas on your property that you should search out and identify as perfect mosquito breeding zones. Any type of property that has any water standing on it, whether it be a pond, a swampy area, or even a low spot on your property that may hold water if it's very rainy or if, in the spring or fall, depending on the climate that you're living in, are potential breeding zones for mosquitoes. Now, why are we so worried about these? One female mosquito is going to lay up to 300 eggs every time she reproduces, and in that mosquito's lifetime, she can lay up to 3,000 eggs. Pretty scary statistics, aren't they, once you start thinking about how many mosquitoes there are out there. That's why it's so important to take care of those mosquito problems before they ever become a true problem. So the first thing you want to do is take a little tour around your property or around your backyard or outdoor living space and look for some areas that may hold any type of water. Here's some example of things that you may have in your outdoor living space right now that can collect water and potentially create the ultimate mosquito breeding heaven. Let's start with tires. If you've got tires laying around or you have a tire swing maybe even in your backyard, tires collect water and create a pool which is going to be a mosquito breeding source. Next, you may have flower pots on your patio or around your yard. The water collection plate or overflow plate that most flower pots have usually have water in them, especially if it's been rainy, and again, another source mosquitoes could breed in. Also, clogged rain gutters. They pool water all the time, especially if it's very rainy, another source that mosquitoes could breed in. You've got bird baths. Bird baths, again, are always full of water because that's what they're designed to be used for. Definitely should be treated or changed out at least every 2 to 3 weeks to prevent mosquito larvae from breeding. You may also have flower gardens or gardens that you may be watering regularly, and they may have low spots in them, or the plants themselves may collect that water, and that's going to also create another source for mosquitoes to breed. Now, why am I so worried about these little amounts of water? It only takes 2 tablespoons of water to be enough water for a female mosquito to lay her eggs and eventually create that mosquito larva. It's also very important to treat areas like this or eliminate them. Now, of course, on your property, they could have areas that you just can't remove. So what do you do with things like that? You treat them. For example, this pond, or I guess you could call it a swampy area behind me, is probably a mosquito heaven. It's stagnant water, there's no flow to it, no type of circulation, so it's still water, and it's got lots of grasses, some shade, some sun, and water. That's the most important key. So something like this would definitely be something that you should treat if you can eliminate it. So how do we treat? I've talked about that a couple times now in this video. I'm going to go over some products that are great products to help kill mosquito larvae, which it's way easier to kill 1,000 mosquito larvae than it's going to be to kill 1,000 adult mosquitoes. So let's get started talking about our mosquito larvicide products. The first product I want to talk about is going to be Garlic Barrier. Now, this can also be used as a mosquito repellent, but it's a nice product because it has a dual purpose. You can use it mixed with some canola oil or vegetable oil, and it's going to hover on the surface of the water that you treat, and it's actually going to smother that mosquito larva so they never have a chance to turn into adult pests. Another great feature about Mosquito Barrier is that it's all natural. It's a really concentrated 100% garlic product, so not only is it going to kill those mosquito larvae, you can use it with assurance that you don't have to worry about any type of pesticides or chemicals, and it's perfectly safe if your pets are drinking out of the area or your children play in that area. Perfectly safe, not going to harm them. It does have a garlic scent, but it's going to go away about 20 minutes after you spray the product. Great product to use and definitely effective when it comes to killing those mosquito larvae. The next product I'm going to talk about is our Mosquito Bits. These are great for treating those small areas like your bird baths, your flower gardens, your flower pots, or any other small areas that collect water on your property. They're very easy to use. You'd simply shake them in and they're going to do the work. Now, these again are natural and they're safe. It's a BTI bacteria that's going to only affect the mosquito larvae, and the mosquito larvae are very susceptible to this BTI bacteria, so it's going to kill them right off. But again, it's safe to use in bird baths because that BTI will not affect the health of birds, pets, children, or humans as well. This product is available in different sizes. You can get it in the size I show here, and they also have it in a larger variety. The next one I would like to talk about is Mosquito Dunks. These are a very important and very effective way to kill mosquito larvae. Just like the Mosquito Bits, the Mosquito Dunks use that BTI bacteria to affect the mosquito larvae and kill them off. They come in different varieties. You can get them in a 3-pack, a 6-pack, or a 20-pack here. And the best way to determine which size you're going to need is to determine the size of the area you're going to treat. Each dunk, which is this size here in my hand, is going to treat 100 square feet of surface area for about 30 days. These dunks also are very simple to use. You're going to simply toss one into the area you're treating, and these are great to use if you have those ponds on your property, low areas that flood occasionally, or those swampy areas maybe on the edge of your property somewhere. Now, I talked about low areas, and low areas are famous for being wet and then drying up and then being wet again. That's why these mosquito dunks are perfect for these types of applications, because if this were to be applied when it's wet and then it dried up and then got wet again, the mosquito dunk is still going to remain effective. Again, another great larvicide to help control the mosquito larvae. Okay, so I've given you all the information about step 1. Now it's up to you to go out on your property, take a little bit of time to find those areas on your property that may be collecting water and creating mosquito breeding zones, and eliminate them. And of course, there's going to be some that you don't want to or can't eliminate. Those are the ones you need to treat by choosing the correct mosquito larvicide that's going to work for your situation. I hope you found this information helpful, and don't forget to check out step 2 in our ultimate mosquito control process in our next video.